Yeah, you got to be impressed with Leslie Smith's chin, no?
I'm impressed with both of these girls. I think Leslie Smith, Kerry Vera, both girls showing a ton of heart coming into this fight.
So the second round closer than the first. The decision sort of hanging in the balance here. We'll see what happens in round number 3. Some could certainly make an argument that Kerry Vera won the first 2 rounds.
It's kind of odd, too, that Vera's nose is bloody. Vera's been throwing really clean, straight punches right up the middle with those 1s and 2s, and Smith has been throwing more looping right hands, kind of a la Chuck Liddell, swinging from the outside.
And it'll be interesting with Leslie Smith. Is she happy to be here, or is she going to have that killer instinct?
I think she can be both, having that killer instinct and being happy to have it. Coming from a Bally's Total Fitness background there. Long way from a personal trainer to get in the cage. I say that tongue-in-cheek. Actually started at Bally's myself as a personal trainer.
Did you really? Didn't know that.
Taught a kickboxing class there and ended up fighting a little bit down the road.
Well, I've seen plenty of women's mixed martial arts. I think the ceiling for both of these young women is pretty high here after what we've seen tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to see one of these girls fight again, regardless of who wins this one. Both are entertaining fighters, and one of the things you don't see a lot in female mixed martial arts is the fights, they usually tend to go the distance just because the women tend to be lighter and there's not as much power behind those punches. But, both girls are hitting like a ton of bricks.
And, Jay, unlike some other major U.S. promotions, the Bellator Fighting Championships treats the women like the men. There are no 3-minute rounds here. I mean, you're getting 3 5-minute rounds, and I think that's important.
That's right. Male or female, you show up at Bellator, here's a cup of coffee, here's some gloves, get in the ring, beat somebody up.
And you see the stamina for Kerry Vera still bouncing up on those toes. Such a telling sign of her training and her hard work.
Yeah, Vera's showing that she's in great shape, but the first thing that goes out on a fighter tends to be his legs. And moving around as much as she is, she's still throwing great combinations like that one. 1, 2, 3 right down the center.
Solid body shot there by Kerry Vera.
Vera's done a great job of mixing up her combinations.
Great. Leslie Smith, shades of Clay Guida with that hair flying all around now.
Oh, God, you just called her Clay Guida?
Well, Clay's in the building tonight, and
so now she looks like Clay Guida?
Her hair's a factor. That's all I'm saying. Her hair's a factor. Nice kick there by Kerry Vera. Follows it up with a nice combination. Solid kick there from Vera.
Smith tends to be a little more aggressive, obviously, just moving forward, as you can see here. But, Vera picking her shots, throwing that teep kick, that front kick from Muay Thai, and those straight left and rights, just like that you're seeing right down the center, connecting every time there with Smith. She's landing about, 60-70% of her shots. I'd say that Smith is landing 15%.
Yeah, certainly a major percentage edge for Kerry Vera. You think Smith doesn't fear the power, and that's why she keeps coming forward?
Smith is too happy to fear anything, man. Let's see if we get this on the ground. Smith has got an underhook. Let's see if she's able to use it. Oh, Vera's doing a really good job there. That's smart. See how she's using her left hand on the bicep of Smith there and controlling her so she's not able to get double underhooks. Vera's been training off the cage.
Good, ladies, come on. Yeah, the fight's been up almost entirely. We saw Smith hit the canvas after the huge right hand, but essentially a striking match here.
Yeah, this fight single-handedly has made me a bigger fan of women's mixed martial arts.
I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Another nice combination for Kerry Vera, and at this point, you'd have to think Leslie Smith better get going if she wants to keep that perfect record intact.
One of the things, too, you look at in a fight like this is Kerry Vera comes in, obviously a very good striker, good hands, good feet, putting together good combinations. Her striking looks better than a lot of the guys we've seen fight this far.
Very polished.
Yeah, she's only going to get better. Imagine a Kerry Vera with like an NCAA, wrestling ability or some black belt in jiu-jitsu with her hands. 5 years down the road, this could be a whole new sport.
And again, the two big names in women's MMA, Chris Cyborg and Gina Carano, both fight around 140 pounds. And Kerry Vera a little smaller than that, but her striking, I would argue, is more polished than either one of those two girls.
Gina fights around 140 pounds when she makes weight. Comes in a few pounds heavy the last couple times.
Yep.
And I gotta say, if you're a fighter, you have two responsibilities really that you can control. Coming in on weight and having good cardio, just like these girls are showing here. Taking it to each other in the last few seconds of the round.
So a great flurry there for Kerry Vera at the end of her professional debut. Great respect between the two fighters, Leslie Smith and Kerry Vera. And Brandon, I think, a sigh of relief. Very happy with the performance tonight. Of course, Leslie Smith is all smiles. And Kerry Vera, it would seem, has won her mixed martial arts debut.
Yeah, this could go either way, but I'm going to say that it's leaning a little towards Kerry Vera. Obviously, Brandon, exceptionally happy, and the crowd giving a standing ovation here. A lot of respect to these women.
And you see the nice shiner there for Leslie Smith.
Still smiling.
Damas y caballeros, después de 3 asaltos, esta es la decisión oficial. Los jueces D'Amato y Valdés entregan tarjetas idénticas de 30 a 27. Judges D'Amato and Valdés scored about identically at 30-27. Y el juez Bailes anotó 29 a 28. Judge Bailes scores it 29-28. For the winner, by way of unanimous decision, para la ganadora, por decisión unánime, Kerry Vera.
So just as we thought, Kerry Vera gets the W in her mixed martial arts debut. One of those 3 judges gave that second round in all likelihood to Leslie Smith, but quite a show put on by both of these ladies, and Kerry Vera certainly a name to keep an eye on, not only in the Bellator Fighting Championships, but also in women's mixed martial arts.